The Tower of Babel is a biblical story from the book of Genesis that tells of humanity's ambitious attempt to build a tower reaching the heavens, symbolizing their unity and shared language. According to the narrative, God intervenes by confusing their language, causing a breakdown in communication and scattering them across the earth. This tale serves as a profound allegory about the powers and perils of human unity and communication. The significance of the Tower of Babel lies in its exploration of language as both a unifying and dividing force. It underscores the idea that while a common language can facilitate great collaboration and achievement, it also holds the potential for collective hubris and downfall. In the context of human history and modern society, the story of Babel is often seen as a reminder of the delicate balance between unity and diversity, how communication can build bridges or barriers. Real-world parallels can be drawn to globalization and the digital revolution. For instance, the internet acts as a modern Tower of Babel, facilitating unprecedented global communication, but also presenting challenges in maintaining cultural diversity and comprehending varying modes of expression. Similarly, organizations like the United Nations exemplify the effort to foster unity through multilingual communication, striving to overcome the language barriers that divide us while respecting cultural identities. Opinions supporting the story's narrative often highlight the importance of linguistic diversity, arguing that variety in language fosters a richer cultural tapestry, promotes creativity, and encourages cross-cultural understanding. However, the tale also faces critiques for its portrayal of diversity as a divine punishment. Critics might argue that it reflects an antiquated view, failing to celebrate diversity as an intrinsic human strength. Controversially, some interpret the story as a caution against overreaching ambition, suggesting that unity in purpose without diversity in thought can lead to arrogance and downfall. Others view it as a metaphor for the chaos that ensues from a lack of communication and understanding, urging societies to value clarity and empathy in discourse. This foundational story of the Tower of Babel influences broader discussions on the power of language in shaping human unity and societal progress. It challenges us to consider how we navigate and negotiate the complexities of language in our increasingly interconnected world, reminding us that while diversity in language may complicate communication, it also enriches our collective human experience. The biblical narrative of the Tower of Babel is a compelling story rooted in ambition and division, forming a cornerstone in discussions of language and unity. In the book of Genesis, the tale describes humanity's attempt to build a tower reaching the heavens, driven by an ambition to make a name for themselves. God, seeing this collective pride and ambition, confounds their language, causing division and dispersing them across the earth. This narrative illustrates the perils of unchecked ambition and the subsequent fragmentation that can occur when diversity is not embraced. The significance of this point in the context of language and unity is profound. The Tower of Babel serves as a cautionary tale about the limits of human ambition when it disregards unity and collective understanding. It highlights how language, while a tool of communication and connection, can also become a barrier when misused or misunderstood. This story underscores the importance of respecting diversity and fostering communication to promote unity rather than division. Real-world applications of this concept abound. Consider, for instance, the field of international relations, where language barriers can lead to misunderstandings or conflict between countries. The European Union, with its many languages, has to navigate this challenge, often relying on translation and interpretation services to maintain unity. Another example is within multicultural societies, where the coexistence of various languages and cultures can either lead to enriched communities or, if mismanaged, social fragmentation and tension. Opinions supporting the lessons of Babel argue that embracing linguistic and cultural diversity can lead to stronger, more unified societies. They posit that when people strive to understand and appreciate linguistic differences, it fosters empathy and cooperation, reducing the risk of division. However, challenges do arise. such as the potential loss of cultural identity when prioritizing a single language for communication, echoing fears of cultural homogenization. Alternative viewpoints suggest that the division at Babel was not solely a punishment, but also an opportunity for growth and cultural diversity. Some see this dispersion as the beginning of multiculturalism, a chance for humanity to develop diverse perspectives and innovations. The story of Babel intricately connects to broader themes of language and unity, reminding us of the power of communication and the need to balance ambition with understanding. It influences contemporary discussions around globalization, multiculturalism, and the ongoing efforts to build a more interconnected and harmonious world, emphasizing that unity through diversity can ultimately foster a more cohesive global community. Language diversity, often considered both a remarkable phenomenon and a challenging aspect of human civilization, refers to the multitude of languages spoken across the globe, each with unique structures, lexicons, and cultural significance. This diversity arises from historical divergences in human populations, migrations, and the natural evolution of languages over time. The significance of language diversity in relation to the Tower of Babel narrative lies in its symbolic representation of human unity and division. The story suggests that language diversity was both a punishment and a consequence of human ambition, leading to a loss of mutual understanding. This myth underscores the dual nature of language diversity as both a barrier and a bridge in human society. Real-world examples of language diversity highlight its profound impact. For instance, the development of the Romance languages, such as French, Spanish, and Italian, from Latin illustrates the natural evolution of language driven by geographical, cultural, and political changes. Similarly, in modern times, globalization has brought languages into closer contact, resulting in linguistic borrowing and the emergence of Creole languages, as seen in places like the Caribbean. These languages evolve uniquely, influenced by multiple parent languages, showing the dynamic nature of linguistic diversity. Opinions supporting language diversity emphasize its role in enriching human culture. Linguists argue that each language offers unique insights into human cognition and worldviews, fostering creativity and expression. However, challenges arise when considering the threats to language diversity, such as language extinction. With dominant languages like English overshadowing indigenous languages, the cultural heritage embedded within those languages risks being lost. Alternative viewpoints highlight the practical difficulties posed by language diversity. In international business, diplomacy, and technology, language barriers can impede communication and collaboration. Yet, these challenges have spurred innovations like translation technologies and language learning apps, fostering new forms of connection. Language diversity connects deeply with the broader themes of the Tower of Babel: unity and division. While diverse languages can divide, they also have the potential to promote cross-cultural understanding and solidarity. The evolution of languages mirrors the adaptability and resilience of human societies. Thus, language diversity is not merely a remnant of the past, but a living testament to humanity's shared and varied heritage, influencing how we navigate unity and diversity today. Unity and diversity, the philosophical perspective, introduces the idea that strength and cohesion can be found in embracing and valuing differences. This concept suggests that diversity, be it cultural, linguistic, or ideological, should not be seen as a barrier to unity, but rather as a rich tapestry that enhances collective harmony. In the context of the Tower of Babel, where linguistic confusion led to division, the lesson of unity in diversity serves as a philosophical antidote. It highlights that true unity doesn't require uniformity, but rather a respect and appreciation for the uniqueness each individual or group brings to the whole. The significance of this idea in relation to the Tower of Babel is profound. The biblical story underscores the potential pitfalls of a monolithic approach to progress, where a singular language and objective led to hubris and ultimately disintegration. Unity in diversity offers a path to harness the benefits of varied perspectives without imposing conformity, fostering a sense of solidarity grounded in mutual respect. Real-world applications abound. Consider the European Union, where multiple nations with distinct languages and cultures collaborate politically and economically under a shared vision. This unity, despite inherent differences, facilitates peace and prosperity on a continent historically rife with conflict. Another example is in corporate environments, where diverse teams are often more innovative and effective than homogeneous ones. Diverse perspectives can lead to creative solutions and reflect a broader range of consumer needs. Philosophers and thought leaders like Amartya Sen and Martha Nussbaum have championed this idea, arguing that a society enriched with varied perspectives is more robust and dynamic. They contend that embracing diversity fosters cognitive flexibility and empathy, essential traits for navigating global challenges. Yet there are challenges and controversies. Some argue that too much emphasis on diversity can lead to fragmentation or hinder decision-making. Others fear it can dilute cultural identities. Balancing the celebration of diversity with the maintenance of a cohesive identity is an ongoing debate. Critics may point to tensions that arise when differing values clash, suggesting that diversity can sometimes exacerbate divisions. This philosophical perspective influences other aspects of the Tower of Babel narrative by offering a framework for understanding how language and culture can both divide and unite. By valuing diversity within unity, societies can learn from the Tower's downfall, crafting more inclusive and resilient communities. Embracing this viewpoint encourages us to redefine unity not as the absence of differences, but as the harmonious integration of them.